Hey guys, this is the Commander Casual, playing a game of Commander with our 4-color Zombies deck. And we're gonna mulligan this because we only have one land. Playing against Konda, Lord of Iganjo, I don't know how to say that. Vigilance, Indestructible, Bushido 5, 3/3, Prossh, Skyraider of Care. So it creates kobolds equal to what you pay for him, essentially. And then you can sack a creature and give him and give him fire breathing. And then we're playing Ikra the Usurper and a Thrasios deck. So I guess this is like a big butts kind of deck. This could be sack value, could be dragon tribal, could be some kind of koboldy thing. We'll keep this hand. And then I have no idea what this is. This could be a human deck, could be a samurai deck, could be just white good stuff, or Voltron as well. Likely it's Voltron. But 7 mana is a lot to play for a Voltron commander. As far as like mono white Voltron decks go, I find that Sram is probably the best commander right now, because you just play him on turn 2, and then it's like every spell you play is like an equipment or an aura, pretty much. So you just draw every time you cast one. This guy's deciding whether or not to mulligan. And we're going to keep. And we get to play first as well, which is awesome. There's like virtually no disadvantage to playing first in Commander, because in the multiplayer formats you get to draw first regardless. So we're going to play our Nomad Outpost. Pass the turn. If we get an untapped land, like a basic, or a command tower or something like that, we'll play our Azorius Signet next turn. If not, we'll play our Mystic Monastery and probably run out our Gravecrawler and just start picking at people. We're going to F8, so we yield through. So far it seems like our opponents are a little bit slow to the play, which is fine. Just a little boring, but while we're waiting, just gonna check some stuff. I don't know, maybe this is like a. I forgot that Ikra had Menace. Makes it better. It could be like a big butts deck in that like all the creatures have high toughness, or it could be like some kind of combo deck that they just want the colors for, and just these guys just give them the colors while being good cards. Thrasios is pretty awesome with stuff like I think it's Hearthstone and Training Grounds that reduce the cost of his activated ability, because it is just card advantage. Because you get to scry and then you either get to draw or ramp. When Godama's reaching right out of the gate with a mana crypt, so he just gets to ramp and then put another land in his hand. It's a pretty strong opening play. I don't know, maybe he's playing like a Villainous Wealth deck or something. That'd be cool. Honestly, if he's not, now I'm probably gonna build one of those with these guys. I love building decks around specific cards that aren't legendaries necessarily. So like I have my Kaineo Sentiro Epic Experiment deck. That's a lot of fun to play. And yeah, I have a Villainous Wealth, and I've been kind of looking at commanders to build a deck out of it with. And I was thinking I was going to do Damia, just because she's just a value Sultai commander, but suppose I could do some kind of interesting Sidisi Brood Tyrant one as well. Yeah, so we didn't draw a land, so we're just going to do that. We could Entome. I think I'm going to do that, actually. just get to put a card in our graveyard. I really want to put Vengeful Pharaoh in there, just because he acts as a deterrent from people attacking us. But is there anything else more worth it? Something else that we can like immediately benefit off of in our graveyard, other than like maybe a Faithless Looting, just for the flashback, but that doesn't seem worth it at all. So we're just gonna put our Vengeful Pharaoh in there. I'd like to draw a land next turn. That's again, that one of the things I have a hard time doing is not playing green and not playing blue, because I like card advantage and I like to ramp cards. And Sultai really speaks to me because black also has high end removal, so this just makes me it just makes me comfortable from a value perspective. And then it's just like, oh, I've got lots of removal because I'm in black, and then I've got lots of card draw because I'm in blue, and I've got lots of ramp because I'm in green. So regardless of what the actual deck contents are, I know kind of like the filler pieces are going to be high value. So this deck is very heavy black, but it's not particularly removal heavy. It's just a really big creature deck for the most part, with a bit of graveyard synergies. Yeah, in case I didn't say, our commanders are Kraum, Ludevic's Opus. It's just a big flying zombie that draws us extra cards, and Ravos, Soultender. So he acts as like an anthem effect for our zombies as well, and he also just gets us cards back from our graveyard. And it's just a flying body. So yeah, they're interesting, and they open up. I mean, you can easily do mono black zombies for like a lot of value, especially with like Corlash right here. Or Machias the Unhallowed, or Geth, Lord of the Vault. There's a lot of them, but or you can easily do blue-black zombies as well. But I really like to try and kind of break the mold a little bit, so we're doing 4-color zombies. It's very heavy black, as I was saying earlier, but it's at least gives us a little bit more to work with. So we're just going to play our Azorius Signet here. It's unfortunate we didn't draw a land, but we're not super far behind on mana at least. I would have preferred a Signet that gave us black mana, but you take what you can get. Oh, that Urborg's great for us. Thank you, Tiger. We have an Urborg in here as well, but that's super convenient because now we have basically full black mana access, and it makes our Corlash actually do something. So that's nice. Inquisitor's Foil. Yeah, so this is likely a white Voltron style deck. Konda seems like a really expensive commander for Voltron, though. Because Voltron's usually a lot more of an aggressive style, so you usually want to get going fast. This is terrifying. This guy has a Sire of Stagnation on turn 3. It's kind of like Consecrated Sphinx. This guy's got a Xenagos, and he made a little Satyr, whatever. Also Everflowing Chalice for 2. Well, let's see it, Konda. Crawler's Plate. Equip 4, that's expensive. Yeah, this must be like a budget deck. There's the Swamp. Yeah, we're gonna have to yield to that. Sucks to exile cards in this deck. Oh, I got our Grim Grin. and a land. We would have wanted that too. But at least we've got 4 mana at our disposal now. I think we play the Reaver. And we can just start hitting this this white player because he doesn't have anything up. Or we could attack our this tiger guy, but he's probably going to make another satyr unless he wants to ramp and get more mana going. I'm assuming this is just like sacrifice style shenanigans because he's generating tokens. So we have to tap this weird. You can tap it for black, or you can tap it for black. Play a Reaver. Pass the turn. Yeah, I debated a lot of what colors I wanted to do for this deck, because with the partner commanders you can stretch just about anything you want. So if I wanted to do kind of a 4-color zombie deck that was slightly different, it was kind of like battling between, because I wanted to run Kraum, so it was kind of battling between adding green or white, and I decided on white because Ravos gives some better synergy and it's just a really good card. But I might end up changing that. Yeah, Windsoft Teeth. Because if we wanted to do, we could try and do some goofy 5-color zombies deck with like Corona the False God, or we could do like Reaper King, or which is it? Sign of the Air Dragon, and then run the like Xenographed and Conspiracy style cards that turn all your creatures into a chosen type. So if we ran like Reaper King, we could do 5-color like zombies that would be very largely black, and then run like a couple tutors for our Conspiracy or Xenographed style, or Arcane Adaptation, I think is the new one from Ixalan. And then name all of our creatures as scarecrows. But I guess that kind of screws our own zombie synergy afterwards. So okay, so Reaver King's out. Yeah, actually, never mind. We wouldn't do Sign of the Air Dragon for the same reason then. Sign of the Air Dragon would be cool because you could tutor for stuff essentially and turn Scion into things and then do like a Reanimator style. But you wouldn't be gaining a lot of synergies from that because you'd have to name Dragon, turn all your creatures into dragons, and then the zombie synergies wouldn't work. Okay, so maybe we just run like could do like a Yidris zombie deck and get some cascade value. That might kind of pick up the pace of it a little bit. This is only my second game with this deck before, but I do have a paper zombie deck that's black-blue. And I find the issue is just that it takes an awful long time to set up. You know, without some certain really strong cards like Cabal Coffers and stuff like that. It's kind of artifact mutation targeting Brawler's Plate. Okay. So he destroys it and gets 3 Saprolings. This is on top of the Sultai player's library as well. Right here. Guess he's got that Oracle of Moldiah. And he Coiling Oracle before as well. It looks like he milled his Damnation and Erebos though. Or he discarded them. It's kind of interesting. I guess he wouldn't want a Damnation with his Oracle and his Sire out. But we're unfortunately going to have to keep playing into the Sire because we need the lands. Even though I don't want to give him the extra card draw or exile our cards at all. Kobolds of Kier Keep. It's got a little dagger sword on him, but he's a 0/1. So I guess he just doesn't know how to use it or something. He's also played a Mass Hysteria. This is clearly like a kind of a blowout-y style deck. So he had like a probably has like a blood mist in his deck too, or something like that. So you like play Prossh, give it double strike, sack all these things, and then do like basically you have to sack like 6 things to get its power up to. Or sorry, you'd have to sack. Yeah, no, I was right. You'd have to sack 6 things to get its power up to 11, and then you double strike them, so you'd hit them for 22 commander damage, and that would end the game for them. Cool rampant growth art. It's because he drew 2 cards off of this guy playing a land. This guy's got an Aether Hub. It's kind of interesting. Oh, this is going to trigger Sire twice, which is annoying. Oh, I guess it won't because we can tap it for black. Okay, so we're just going to do that. Play our Gravecrawler here. Oh, that was stupid. Sorry, I thought this was counters based on the zombies I had on the battlefield. Which was a little dumb. But that's okay. Should we play our Corlash then? Yeah, let's do that. Actually, I think we need to use this first. We've got haste because of this mass hysteria. This competition player, yeah. So we're gonna attack this white player. Sorry, dude, but we want a zombie. And I'm okay with you discarding cards as well. Gravecrawler can't block, so we're just gonna attack Tiger with it. I don't think we're very upset about this stuff going to our graveyard. But yeah, we're okay with it going to our graveyard, because we can get it back, and it'll just make our Diagraph Colossus bigger when we play it. I just took the damage. Alright, fine. It's tapped. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought it was untapped. Well, it's a learning process. This is only my second game with this deck, so the first game recording didn't go very well. We had like one guy just disconnect at one point, and then we had another guy like take like a 4-minute break to go do something, and then he came back for like a minute and then took another one. So any number of target creatures wither. quiet. I was thinking about stuff. Oh, this guy's gonna bribery. Interesting. Let's see who he targets. Oh, he's targeting this Prossh deck. See what you got, Prossh. Prossh, however you pronounce it. I think the Sultai deck might just be like a Sultai good stuff deck. That's what I'm seeing so far. With added slightly larger butts on some of the creatures, just to benefit off of Ikra Shidiki's ability a little bit more. I was gonna say, alright, hurry up, but I guess he's looking through the guy's like entire library of creatures, so studying up, learning what he can learn. Yeah, so this white deck is definitely like a budget Voltron deck. I would have just splurged for Kraum, I think, though, because I still don't think he's that expensive. But you get a lot more actual play in. Oh, sorry guys. In mono white, you just like you don't have any accelerants. Not really, anyway. So he's just gonna, I guess, hope that he draws enough lands to play his commander at 7 eventually, and then hope it doesn't get exiled. Or enchanted or something like that. He's really taking his time searching for this. I'm not sure that this will be a great video either. Kinda had to scrap my last one, so I'd like this to be recordable. But we'll see. Yeah, just you spent all that time to get an Eternal Witness? Really? That was a long time for an Eternal Witness. Oh, and he's gonna do it again. Next turn. Awesome. I feel like he'll probably look through like my deck or something like that, just so that he can see people's decks. Playing bribery to return bribery. Bribery. Yeah, so that basically, like, the 2-1's not doing a whole lot for him. That basically just served as a way to, like, look at that guy's library. So I guess he didn't like what he saw in that Tiger guy's library, so he'll probably hit mine next. Which is unfortunate, because we've got like a Thraximundar and Cedrus the Trader King and Nekusar and a whole bunch of good big zombies. Chaos the Unhallowed as well. So, yeah, not super excited about that, but this guy's just paying a ton of mana. I want to see him like lava launch this guy or something. That'd be awesome. For those that don't know, lava launch is it's like a Jund X spell, and it deals it's like a black, a red, and a green, and X, and it deals X damage to target player and all creatures they control. So it just like completely annihilates some guy. It's also got a really cool artwork. It's like lava flowing down. I was gonna say a mountainside, but I guess it's probably a volcano side. Like burning through this forest and stuff. Oh, he's storming off. Played his Ullaport Cutthroat, and now he's gonna Artifact Mutation, and then he's gonna sack a whole bunch of stuff, gain a whole bunch of life, and deal a whole bunch of damage with Ullaport Cutthroat. Then he'll have a huge Prossh to swing at somebody. Hopefully not me, but we'll see. If he has enough creatures, he might be able to kill this Sultai player right now. He's got 6 kobolds, 6 sapperlings, so that's 12, 17, and he's already got 5 damage. So yeah, so this guy could be dead here. If the Prossh player so chooses, and I feel like he probably does. And he's probably going to drain me with the Cutthroat. Oh, it's each opponent loses 1 life. Okay. So he's going to hit us both with it. It's just a Prossh deck doing what Prossh decks do. So he's just going to put all these triggers on the stack. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it'll be 14, 14. So he needs to sack 2 more to kill. There's another one. And 1 more. And there it is. That's all the ones he needed to sack. So now he's going to do some damage. Yeah, so me and this Konda player lose a bunch of life because of the Ullaport Cutthroat. Prossh gets pumped up and then kills this guy with commander damage. It's a pretty nice combo. Prossh? Oh, Prossh does have front arms. They just look kind of dinky compared to his wings. Well, at least we don't get bribery now. So there's that. We did take 11 damage though. And now we're up against this Prossh. But I don't think he'll be able to pump like that again. It's the Xenagos' final ability. So the top 7 cards you allow, you may put any number of creature and or land cards from among them onto the battlefield. That's not great for us. But I'm guessing based off of this guy's bad bribery, that this guy doesn't have like a ton of just creatures in his deck. He's just got a lot of token generators. Fleshbag's not going to do a lot for us. Well, I guess if he attacks us with Prossh, it's got to be all or nothing. I say we just get our Kraum out and start bashing in for damage. Kill his Xenagos. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I keep forgetting that I have to signet first. Or I think I have to signet first at least. So he's going to attack Xenagos. We're just... Do we attack target with everything? Yeah. So we're not really worried about blocking Prossh as the main threat, so... hopefully he has no responses and doesn't kill Kraum in some way. Kraum will also draw some extra cards, which is nice. This guy's, I didn't notice him play it, but he's also got a Seraph Sanctuary, which definitely means that he's playing like a super budget deck. Really? He's trading his Cobra? Okay. Works for me. We get a zombie because the Reaver got through. So, I just took all of it. He traded the... Oh no, he didn't trade the Cobra. Okay, I was thinking about it. I was like, seriously? He traded the Cobra and not the Satyr? But... yeah, he wants to keep all of his stuff intact so he can blow me out with Prossh in one turn. Which I suppose he can try and do. And we're just going to do our best to stop him. I think we just Ravos next turn. Bash in for more. If we draw land, we might Colossus and Reaper. Could Marauder, but you could start getting the Marauder like combo going with Ravos. Maybe we'll do that. Destroy all creatures. Can't be regenerated. Threshold of 7 or more cards in your graveyard. Instead, destroy all creatures. Then create 2 1/1 white spirit creature tokens of flying. Oh, that hurts a little bit. But that's okay. It's our turn now. Yeah, so I think we Colossus here, because now we have cards in our graveyard. And then we Reaper. Oh, and we have haste, dude. That's awesome. Well, thank you, white player. That benefited us quite a bit. Now Xenagos is down too. The zombies. Next turn, if we want, we can play Ravos and Gravecrawler. Corpse Connoisseur. Put something in our graveyard. Can Fleshbag Marauder if this guy... Well, I guess if he plays Prossh, he'll have little sack outlets, but... How many times can I activate Gravecrawler in a turn? Unlimited amount. Sweet. So, we might play Gravecrawler, then play Fleshbag Marauder, sack Gravecrawler, and then play Gravecrawler again, because that'll get us 3 tokens, because we'll be casting zombies. Oh yeah, that haste is scary. But he's gonna die now. But I guess he can just pay for it again next turn. Oh, we know what we're drawing next turn. This is coming down to it now. Yeah, because he's going to get a crap ton of kobolds next turn. Oh, that's super frustrating. And now we're not going to draw any kind of removal. I was going to say if we draw like our Utter End or our Anguished Unmaking, we could get rid of something. But we cannot. Trying to think if there's anything we can do. What did he offer? The Soul Ring. Okay, so at least now he's down a little bit of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think he should still have enough, though. Oh no, I guess it'll be 10. So if he plays a land, he'll have enough. That's a little frustrating. No, we yield to that because we always want zombies. We don't think we need to respond to it. Synergy! I just wish they were untapped so we could attack with them this turn. Take this, jerk. It'd be really funny if this Tiger guy is forced to kill me with Prossh, and then somehow this white player can close out the game against him. But he's at 10, so if he draws a land. If he draws a land, we're dead. If he doesn't, he's dead. He got a mana crypt. Yeah. Yep. So what, he'll have 10, 17, yeah, so he'll have enough. So there's this Prossh, and he gets 10 things. That's funny that he has to hit himself with Ancient Tomb, though. And then the mana crypt's gonna start picking him away, so he's cutting it down to the wire. Yeah, so he could sack 16. Or no, he doesn't have to sack 16. What am I talking about? He has to attack, sack 11 of them. GG's. This guy should have destroyed the Hysteria. Because then Prossh wouldn't have haste. Because he doesn't normally have haste, right? I don't think so. That's that. And that's us. That's the 4-color zombie deck. So we put up a pretty good fight. I do find that the zombies do take a little bit of spin up time, so I might consider changing the color of it a little bit. But this is also only the second game with it, so maybe I should just give it more of a chance. Or include a little bit more card draw. He's got his commander out. Vigilance Indestructible Bushido 5. Yeah, in case you didn't know what Bushido does, that's what it does. When he gets blocked, he gets a huge stat bonus. But without Trample, it doesn't mean anything. I guess that deck kind of does what my like budget Borborygmos deck does, and what I've been talking about in a couple of my videos is that because you have such a high cost commander, you're not really a threat, so nobody really does anything to you. I attacked him a little bit because I wanted some benefit off of combat damage on the revert, but I mean, like most of the damage he took was just from that Zulaport cutthroat, and that was kind of indiscriminate damage. It just does damage to every player. So, I mean, he made it. He lived longer than I did, and lived longer than this Sultai deck with bribery. So. Oh, there it is. Yes, the white guy just closes it out. That's awesome. Oh, you don't need the flail. It does 5 damage anyway. But still, go for it. Idiot man. There it is. Oops. Konda, Lord of Iganjo, taking the game. That's one of the reasons I really like Commander, is that it balances out kind of in a funny way. So this guy broke through, made such a big impact, killed 2 of us, and then got felled by this guy that seemed to be doing the least all game. Alright, this has been the Commander Casual. Thanks, guys.